coming up that we selected for our bridge crossing. One kind of a unique little spot. We send a trail off that way, one around here. But down here, what the heck? What are we missing? Here's the area for the bridge. One tree branch will get out of the road when we come with that, but that's where we got to build a bridge, is from this bank to over there. 44 feet long. So that's the next project. But we do got a little detour road that we need to go on. The way it's been raining, probably use that for the next 10 years. Don't get any rain, but yeah. But anyway, that's our little shot on our little bridge project. That'd be fairly steep. Now we're going to take you back around the corner. Dan will probably show you a little bit how this trail works. And we kind of build a little bit of turnaround here. And I hope she's hanging on pretty good, because this next one, they get pretty damn steep in a hurry. Holy shit. These tires really grip good, don't they? Our little rig we got here. Okay, there's some 3-inch tubings there that go on the bottom of our beams. There's an 8-inch plate that goes between it and our 7-inch beam on top. And then in that pile over there, you see that one that's got the pink part on it? And then there's the blue part. The blue pile goes with my bridge. That's 11 gauge. And then we've got some more material, which she can hop on. I'll give her a spin around the corner, and I'll show you that. These are some of our 44-foot beams we're going to be using them. 4 of them go in the project. And then some of them big heavy steel shafts. And that's part of our project. Okay. Well, right now at the present, we're on our last beam we're building. I'm going to have 3 welders on her, and they'll be burning away the hell. This way, if they get down there, they can kind of see what the beams look like. Then we got to flip him over, and then we got to burn the other side on good, and we got just a little tilt, and then it'll roll it around and square it. And the end up products look like these here. That's how they look down there when they're all done. And they get separated and squared, and then we start putting the deck together with some more bracing. So anyway, that's what we got going here. Yep, we got a little bit of a weld, and we're getting ready to roll the pipe. And then we'll burn the other side up and roll our little bottom pipe back a little bit. It should be perfectly straight. So on just a trifle tilt, them welds all pulled. And then we start squaring things up and getting ready to build the top neck. Tip it up and we'll water it down. Okay, fingers are all clear. That's a big hunk of steel. Now we'll get ready to burn now. Okay, what we're doing is we're working on our last beam on the bridge. The boys are getting a little bit of the wind coming through, disturbing their deck. Other end, my grandson Ray, he's welding down in the center. I'll be working towards Roy and I'll be coming this way. And then we got to end up welding both sides. If your little thing will show you, see our welds down below there? And this is all done. There's 44 foot of bridge we're building. And we'll be starting to work on the deck and stuff tomorrow, squaring things up. We're going to put a steel deck on, not a tubing. And that'll take a lot of welding too. But anyway, that's our little project. So we'll catch up with you later on the trail. Well, anyway, that's the boys. They're up here welding on our very last beam. We get it done, then we can do a little squaring up, and we'll figure out our next little step. I got a couple little ideas I gotta reminisce on a little bit. Okay, right now Ray Jr., he's down there just finishing up on the very tail end of the beams. We're on our last one. Then we gotta square things up, do a little bracing in it, and then start building our deck and a little more bracing as we go through. Well, we just got it squared up, and we're just starting on the deck, and we're squaring up beams and stuff, and that's going to be kind of what we're up to right now. Hey, morning. Say you're back out here. We're going to give you a little rough preview of the bridge that's going up. And I think this is probably one of our little longer projects that we've pulled off in the shop. Okay, now we're getting ready to build the deck on it now. If you get through here and you do a little looking, you can kind of see where we got our beams all built. They're built on a combination of round pipe, square tubing, flat steel. Then they're all bridge braced through, she's squared. And if you get to look and you come around over here, you can kind of see how everything is welded. It's welded the same way on the top. And we got her sitting on top of some railroad ties, and it don't bag nickels worth. So anyway, that's our little project there. Then we got our side rails to get put on, and we're gonna put on a steel top. We're going to use tubing for the top, some heavy wall tubing, and then there's a little more bracing goes in with that. This way you can kind of get a little idea. This little bridge we're building is 44 feet long. And it's going to go over a little spot, and we're going to be able to cross that with, the four-wheelers. It'll probably be about like a 10,000 pound bridge. Plus, I mean, it'll hold up way more than that, but anyway, that's 5 tons of what we figured the bridge would be designed for. And our engineering stuff, we just kind of do that all ourselves through experience here on the farm. So Anyway, that's our little project that we got going today. If we do end up putting something in there, I'm thinking about like 2 of those rods here and then 2 of those rods over there in the cement down below. Yep, mark there. Eyeball him in there.
So what are you measuring here?
We're getting ready to put in a center truss.
The center truss.
And you might want to see if that damn thing will mark him on the top. Or get to the bottom.
Oh. Yeah, this one could probably do with getting.
Okay, that should work there. Then if we put a couple of spots on it, like a little spot there, and then we take the other end down and slot it, we should have him right where we want it. And we can check that from this way, go that way, put one in the center too. 11, 11. Yep, we got them in the place. We got a little spurt on there really good. This little girl sliced that big slab of steel off just like it's butter. Just watch this. Make sure our 11 inches is what we want. It'll fit in there just about like that. And then we'll have another one that'll fit over here just like that. And when the top gets welded on, it'll be the top of the truck. Looks good. Done in a blink. Well, that's a slab of steel. Here, guys. Those will fit on yours. Together on there.
All right.
To go down underneath the bridge, and there'll be some heavy shaft concreted in coming up, clamped onto these. Give the old little center support if they want to really put a lot of weight on. But we're putting them in. We don't know if we're going to even need them or not for our little load bearing thing, but we're going to put it in just in case we do, because we can turn this from a 10-ton bridge to a 20-ton bridge just by putting them in, maybe even more than that. So it'd just be unreal without a hold up. What welder we're using here, we're using a Miller welder over there, and we're using a Lincoln welder over here, and we got a Hobart that's the suitcase welder. And then you want to see our little antique welders? They're over here. Some of the old Lincoln little cabinet welders, those little guys, they weld good too, but they just stick welders. Kind of interesting, but anyway, give them a little bit of an idea what's kind of a little bit here in the shop. Now here's any blacksmith envy. I got to show you this. This old vise here weighs a good 300 pounds. And anybody that's got a big blacksmith shop always likes to have a big vise. And we got this vise on a sale. It was froze up. So we chained up to it. We throwed it in the dugout for about a year. And then we brought it back out of the dugout. And it's all soaked up. And boy, she popped loose nicely. And we cleaned her all up. So then I built this little station for it here. And we put the old big horse here. And we used it a lot. Then we used some of our homemade anvils. That's that old girl there with that big old 3-inch plate. That plate weighs a little over 300 pounds, and that vise weighs a little over 300 pounds. So, boy, glad I built him when I was younger. Then we got a Peter Wright anvil. We use that a lot. These over here. And then we got one that's this size larger. But this here's the one we use the most. We got the boys here wanting to weld hell out of things today. So.